Hey guys, it's your girl Tara Crush back with another review, and this time it is for Sistas on BET. If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so very much. And I will say off the top, this was so lackluster. Like, how can you give me such a good season finale on the Oval and such a lackluster one on Sistas? Like, that don't even make sense. We're supposed to have the juicy finale on Sistas and the on the Oval. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, but I'm gonna cover it because y'all been sticking with me this whole season. So I ain't gonna, even though I was disappointed. And I'm sorry I'm late. I had a flight, so I was in the air. Had to watch it in the air, but I'm here. So here we go. Okay, so let's start out with Fatima now. This child here. And she got us all thinking she got some illegitimate child somewhere. First, I thought maybe she had an abortion and this is the person she got pregnant by. No. Then I thought, well, maybe he had a baby and she agreed to help him raise it. No. She was just playing with Zach just to show him how it feel to have a baby come out the woodwork. I said, what? Leave it to Fatima. Leave it to Fatima. So I said, well, shoot. If she like it, I love it. And he was just like, who are you right now? Exactly. She got you. She got you good. She got us all good. Because I was like, where is he going with this storyline? This don't make no sense. Okay? So they went on to lunch and had a good day, I guess. And then we did see Gary and Hayden, and they're sitting in the office waiting to see what's going to happen with Robin. Robin didn't show up. It's past 5 o'clock. And so Hayden sent the email to the shareholders for them to go ahead and do the hostile takeover since Robin didn't come up with the money. But I have a feeling he did come up with the money. I have a feeling the money is sitting in that account. I don't know why, and I don't know what he did to make it happen, but I have a feeling he made that happen. We'll just have to see next season. Because Gary doesn't believe he would give up that easily as well. And I don't either. So we'll have to see, won't we? And then we did see Zach go to Karen's job to see if she would sign the paperwork that we already seen her sign. But let's just act like we did not see her sign it, okay? Because that's going to work better for the storyline if we just act like it never happened. So he went to the shop to see if he could get her to sign the paperwork and to also apologize for beating her boyfriend up. And she wasn't having it. She was like, I am not going to sign them. And if I do, I will let you know. Honey, you already signed them. I forgot. We supposed to be acting like we didn't see that. But there's that little bitty stuff like that that just really ticks me out watching these series. I'm serious. Nothing ever lines all the way up. Like, did you even go back and read what you had already written before you wrote this scene out to figure out the dialogue that would match whatever you had? You know what? Let me just continue. I mean, Pam did tell him that she was kind of in the mood because Jennifer came to the shop. Who's Jennifer, you say? Some chick that is stalking Aaron / John. Now, I don't know the nature of their relationship, but it's personal enough for her to feel like she can slap him across the face. And I'm like, Karen, when are you gonna... Now, this her baby daddy. We understand that this is her child's father, right? We ain't still thinking it's Zach's baby, right? Okay. Are you gonna be next? Like, what is really going... Like, what are you doing to these women, Aaron? Your sex ain't that good because Karen definitely wanted to continue having sex with Zach. So we know it's not the sex. Maybe it's the way you treat them. I don't know. But the lady was going off and she said he makes you feel like you're the only one. And I don't know. She could be a nutcase. We really don't know where she came from and who she really is. So that was just kind of weird and odd to see. And Pam's just like, I got that plate number and I'm going to call my friend down at the driver's license place. And she's going to tell me who that is. Do you want the name? Are you sure? It's like, Pam. But I love that dress she had on. It had the geometric shapes. It was very, very cute. Okay, and so we did also see Calvin and Maurice, and they had a basic scene where Maurice did apologize to Calvin for assuming that he didn't do anything to try to get Q out of the place. And, you know, he did let Calvin know that he was going to get his stuff. Calvin said, I don't think that's a good idea. You should just leave him be. And I'm like, boy, boo, ain't nobody about to just let you have a car. I'm not about to just let somebody take my car. I'm at least going to try to go get it back. Now, if you say some stuff, I do some stuff to make me say, oh, it ain't worth it, then that's fine. But right now, I can't just not ask for it. But I would have called the police. I'm a citizen. I am not a gangster. I am not a street person. I'm going to call the police so that they can assist me in this situation. That's what I would have done. But, you know, Maurice don't want to listen to Calvin because he just feels like Q ruined his life. And, you know, if he does something to Q, it's going to be even worse. But we'll just have to see how that comes out. Okay, and we did see Sabrina being extremely concerned with Danny from last week. And all the girls came over to Danny's house to confront her about her recent sexcapades. Because, you know, she had the guy over that beat on her and she ran him over with the car. And then she had Q over, didn't know who he was from a can of paint. Preston, and she's just going through a whole lot. And they did bring up an incident that happened to her in college where she was almost raped. And that's crazy, but I knew something traumatic had to have happened to her, but she doesn't need an intervention. She really just needs counseling. She needs a therapist, and she needs to get to the root of her issues, because right now, Danny is not being Danny. And I wouldn't have been surprised if he would have had her have an accident or something just to make that a better cliffhanger, because she was driving around. But it's just like, I don't get her. I get her anger because, like, how dare y'all come to me trying to tell me how to fix my life when y'all's lives is so messed up. And she read them for filth. Did she not? She told Karen, she said, and you pregnant right now and don't know who your baby daddy is. Karen looking like, true. Even though you think you know, but you do know, but you telling everybody else the opposite, because we all know that is not Zach's baby. So when she got done, she was like, y'all can stay if y'all want to, but I'm leaving. She read them off of Phil, talked about Calvin and his dildo. She ripped them up and down. Talked about Paris, talked about Gary, talked about Robin. Yeah, Danny had to make it be known. I'm not the only one out here loosey-goosey. So they was just looking like, well, we're not leaving. We're still your friends, and she left them there. So there went that. Okay, and I want to talk about Zach and Fatima and how they invited Heather over so that they could discuss the child support situation. Heather comes over and she's kind of on the defense, and she's like, what is this? What's this about? And they told her, and she was like, well, what you offering? He said $2,000 a month, and she'd like to jump through the roof. What do I say? I'm like, girl. Now, I'm not sitting here saying you can get half of what he got, but $2,000 a month on a millionaire? Okay, if you like it, I love it. But, you know, honestly, the courts might have said the same thing, because he doesn't have any active income. He has investments. That's it. And that can go either way. He can be rich one day and broke the next. So we'll just have to really see how that's going to shape up for Zachary and Heather. Because if the $2,000 is all he's got to pay a month, then that's good news for him, because he won't have none with Karen. So then he can just focus on his family with Fatima. So I think that was a good thing. And again, the last thing I wanted to discuss was Maurice going to the airport to confront Q and to try to get his car back. But he realized really quickly that Q had the spare keys as well. So when he confronted him, he asked him for his keys very nicely. And we all know Maurice is on edge. He was incarcerated because of this man lying on him. And then the man came, stole his life, basically his whole apartment and his car. And he has no job now. Q's got a job and Maurice doesn't. Isn't that crazy? So, long story short, Q pulls a gun on Maurice and they get the tussling for it. And as you can guess, the gun went off and so did the show. So we don't know who got shot, but honestly, we don't even care. It could have been Q, because then we get rid of him. Bye, Q. It could be Maurice, because then we would definitely get rid of Q, because they got to have cameras in the garage to show who shot Maurice, right? So I'm like, yeah, go ahead and let this be the reason. Let this be the reason, because you know what? That was a very lackluster season finale. I'm very disappointed. I am not going to hold you, and I hope it does not take forever for the show to come back. I do know Zatima is starting tomorrow, even though we get a sneak peek tonight. Zatima's starting tomorrow, so I'm really, really hoping and praying that they don't have us on hiatus until October. Please don't make me wait until October. If you do, I'll have no other choice but to wait, but I won't like it. I won't like it one bit. So we just gonna have to wait and see. So that is, again, all I want to cover on this episode, because, again, nothing really happened. It was, they say a season finale, but it just didn't feel like it. And maybe it's just me. Maybe y'all thought it was a very exciting episode. You're going to let me know in the comments, right? All right. So, again, if you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you. And I will say it again. My movie is out. It is on Watch MVN. That is Millennium Vision Network. You can download that app. There is lots of free content there for you to view, but you want to choose Starstruck to watch my movie. You can also watch Starstruck on Amazon Prime. So if you pull up your Amazon account and then go to Amazon TV or whatever, or you can just go in the search bar and say Starstruck 2022, then my movie will come up and you can rent it or purchase it, and I would greatly appreciate it. And I will also appreciate your feedback, so leave it in the comments as long as it's good feedback. I don't want to hear nothing bad. I'm an artist, and I'm sensitive about my shit. So, be nice. So, again, thank you for your support there. And again, if you don't want to subscribe to this channel, I get it. But you got to the end of this video, and that's more than I can ask of anybody, so I thank you very much. Okay? All right. And that is my $5.02. Peace.